I need to clarify, Meri wanted all the money from what?
From my house with Meri in Las Vegas, our house, she wanted all the money from it. That's not how our divorce decree went. It was 50-50. And then she wouldn't recognize all the money that Robyn and I had put into Coyote Pass, but yet still wanted 25% of it.
Because he was legally married to you, he feels he was owed half of what the house was worth.
I have never fought him on that.
Kody and Robyn live by a rule that benefits only them. In their world, Kody's income belongs to him alone. Any shared family funds also end up under his control. Meri, however, is left with nothing. That is the reality of the situation right now. Recently, Robyn said in a video that because she had ownership and legal rights connected to the property, she was prepared to take Kody to court. She suggested that she would even threaten divorce over how Coyote Pass was divided. She described Meri as being in a risky and unstable position and tried to make it seem like her actions were meant to protect Meri. This argument does not hold up. Robyn claimed she was willing to sue Kody and leave the marriage for Meri's sake, but this behavior follows a long pattern. Over the years, she has often used threats as a way to control outcomes. People who are familiar with the family have said she regularly warned Kody that if he sided with anyone else, she would walk away and take everything with her. This approach reportedly started when others realized she was using family money freely, almost as if it were her personal savings. When they questioned her spending and asked for their share back, she responded by telling Kody that choosing them would cost him the marriage and his finances. This strategy worked because Kody is deeply afraid of being abandoned by Robyn. He is determined to keep their relationship intact at any cost. Robyn understands this fear and uses it to her advantage. That is why her sudden claim of acting on Meri's behalf feels dishonest. There is no clear sign that she was truly focused on helping Meri, or that her threat of divorce was genuine. While it is possible the marriage could eventually end, this moment seemed more about leverage than care. Kody later revealed more than he likely intended. He mentioned that when he and Meri divorced, the agreement stated everything was split evenly. That was not true. The legal document actually said there were no shared assets to divide. There was no joint property listed at all. After Kody moved out of the house, Meri did not remove his name from the deed. He remained an owner on paper and stayed tied to the loan. Even so, he did not contribute a single payment for several years. Legally, he still had a claim to half the home's value, despite not living there or paying for it. Now Kody says Meri told him he was entitled to nothing, which makes little sense. He also revealed how little he believes she deserves compared to what she received from Coyote Pass. His statements are confusing and contradictory. Kody then claimed Meri demanded all the equity from her home and failed to recognize the money he and Robyn put into the land. He said she wanted a quarter of the property because she had been married to him. That explanation does not add up. The numbers and logic do not match the story he tells. In reality, it appears Kody is protecting Robyn and bending the truth to do it. If you watched the show closely, this situation actually started earlier than many people remember. Before any of the public arguments, Kody contacted Janelle and suggested a plan. He asked her what would happen if they divided the land evenly and sold it. On the show, he openly said he needed cash because he and Robyn had just bought another house. Getting rid of Coyote Pass would give them money to use for that purchase. Most likely, he wanted to lower his monthly loan bill, which was rumored to be extremely high. Because of that pressure, he pushed hard to sell and acted eager to close the deal quickly. This is where his story begins to fall apart. Later, he claimed he never believed Meri deserved 25% of the land. That does not match his earlier actions. The idea to split everything equally came from him, not from Meri or Janelle. He needed funds fast, so he was willing to agree to terms that helped move things along. At that time, it does not appear that he discussed this plan with Robyn in detail. Still, Kody, Meri, and Janelle reached an understanding. He even prepared the legal paperwork in September 2024, before buying the new house and before selling the previous one. All of these events were happening at once. Kody was selling a home that had been paid for using money from Meri and Janelle. He was also selling land purchased with shared family funds. At the same time, he was shopping for another place to live with Robyn. Legally, Robyn believed she deserved more than a quarter of the property because her name appeared on most of the parcels. On paper, she held a larger share, while Meri was not listed on the loans at all. However, that paperwork did not reflect reality. Meri contributed money to pay off the land and the debts, even though none of the loans were in her name. The family had already admitted many times that Coyote Pass was paid for using pooled resources. A simple review by a financial professional could have shown exactly where the money came from. If the funds came from a shared account, then no single person could claim full ownership. When the land was finally paid off, everyone contributed, including Meri. This is why it makes sense that Kody originally suggested a fair split.
The real resistance came later. Robyn did not approve the agreement until March 2025. Before that, she reportedly threatened to leave Kody and tried to pressure Meri into signing a non-disclosure agreement. Robyn did not believe Meri should receive the full share, even though the plan had been Kody's idea. Despite this, Kody later changed his story and defended Robyn's position. Kody has often taken advantage of Meri's lack of involvement with money matters. She trusted him and Janelle to handle finances. Janelle managed taxes, paperwork, and income from the show, while Kody made spending decisions. Meri has admitted she did not fully understand how funds were used. When they divorced, Kody stayed on the loan and title, claiming there was still hope for reconciliation. That promise kept Meri from protecting her financial rights. He contributed nothing, yet benefited when the house sold. After the move to Flagstaff, the equity from those sales helped Kody and Robyn buy their next home. Kody and Robyn could not afford that house by themselves. They did not have enough cash saved to buy it. Because of that, they relied on money that came from Meri and Janelle. In simple terms, they purchased a home they could not pay for using funds that did not belong to them. When Kody took the profit from the sale of Meri's house, he did not have to list it as a gift. His name was still on the property, so the money looked legal on paper. Even so, the fair action would have been to divide those proceeds. Instead, he kept the entire amount and put it into the new house. Meri later said that the money she gave was a loan. That creates a serious problem. If it truly was borrowed money, then Kody also owed Janelle repayment. Those debts were never reported to the bank. Hidden loans like that are illegal because lenders must know where all funds come from. On top of that, Janelle signed paperwork saying her contribution was a gift, even though Kody promised to return it. That is another false statement. These steps were taken only so Kody and Robyn could qualify for the mortgage. In doing so, they created a situation that looks like mortgage fraud. Now, everything is coming into the open, and they are panicking. They are trying to act like the money belongs to no one so they can avoid trouble. If authorities reviewed the paperwork, there could be serious consequences involving lenders, taxes, or even criminal charges. What makes this shocking is how openly they talk about it, even though the documents could easily be examined by officials. Meri clearly stated that every dollar from the Vegas house went straight into Robyn's home in Flagstaff. She stayed quiet about it for years, but eventually spoke up. Robyn never believed Meri deserved 25% of Coyote Pass. At the same time, Robyn felt she should not be held responsible for the money taken from the Vegas sale. Her message was basically this: keep the peace, do not sue, and let everything disappear. That was an attempt to avoid court and erase wrongdoing. However, legal agreements cannot hide fraud. Meri was wise not to sign anything. In the end, Meri was nearly left with nothing. They planned to sell the land without her and give her a tiny share. They also wanted to pretend the money taken earlier was a gift. That amount was likely well over $100,000. Even half of it would have been a meaningful sum. Robyn's belief seems clear. Meri's money belongs to her. Any contribution Meri made was treated as family funds that Robyn could use freely. The contrast with Christine is obvious. When Christine left, she kept the value of her home because Kody signed away his rights. Robyn supported that decision. Christine removed her name from the land and walked away clean. Meri was not given that same respect. She was denied her equity from Vegas and blocked from receiving her share of Coyote Pass. Robyn delayed the deal, claimed moral concerns, and threatened divorce to get her way. Meanwhile, Robyn was spending tens of thousands of dollars on dolls and clothes during this same period. She could have paid Meri back, but chose shopping instead. Kody then lied to protect her, even though he had agreed to a fair split earlier. In the end, Robyn accused Kody of being unethical, while she was the one refusing to act fairly. I honestly do not believe Kody understands what he has gotten himself into. It feels like he made a terrible bargain without seeing the full cost. From the outside, it looks like he trusted the wrong person and now cannot escape the situation he helped create. Robyn comes across as someone who knows exactly how to manipulate outcomes, twist facts, and walk away with the advantage every time. Whether she planned this from the beginning or simply took opportunities as they appeared, the result is the same. Kody seems completely overwhelmed and unable to see how deeply trapped he is. It doesn't seem like he truly recognizes how much control Robyn has over him. He appears confused, defensive, and reactive instead of thoughtful or strategic. Rather than stepping back and questioning what is happening, he keeps covering for her and repeating stories that don't line up with reality. That makes him look less like a mastermind and more like someone who has been misled for a long time. At this point, he's not leading anything. He's just trying to survive the mess that keeps growing around him. What makes this even worse is his loyalty has cost other people dearly. Meri and Janelle trusted him with shared resources, shared plans, and shared responsibility. Instead of protecting everyone fairly, he allowed one person to benefit while others lost stability and security. Whether he intended harm or not, his actions helped create that imbalance. He may tell himself that he is doing the right thing, but the outcomes say otherwise. Robyn, on the other hand, always seems to land on her feet. She avoids risk, shifts blame, and pressures others until she gets what she wants. When problems arise, she reframes the story so she appears reasonable or misunderstood. That pattern does not look accidental. It looks practiced. If Kody doesn't see that yet, he eventually will. Unfortunately, by the time it becomes clear, the damage may already be permanent. The saddest part is that Kody still appears to believe he's in control. He talks as if he's making choices, when in reality he's reacting to fear. Fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of being alone. Those emotions keep him tied to decisions that make no sense and explanations that fall apart under basic scrutiny. Instead of facing uncomfortable truths, he doubles down and hopes people won't question him too closely. At some point, reality catches up with everyone. Stories collapse, financial records speak, promises are remembered. When that moment comes, excuses won't matter. Intentions won't erase consequences. If Kody continues down this path, he may find himself isolated, exposed, and confused about how everything went so wrong. I truly believe he did not expect things to reach this level. He thought he could manage it, smooth it over, and move forward. Now he looks buried under decisions he can't undo. Whether he learns from this or keeps defending the same patterns remains to be seen. I would really like to know what you think about all of this. Share your perspective in the comments. If you found this discussion helpful, please show your support by liking the video. If you haven't joined the channel yet, consider subscribing, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss future updates.